Thanks for joining me again. Unfortunately today I've got no blue. I've just totally forgot to order the blue. So I'm going to have to work around that. Now it's going to be quite a limited palette, this one. It's I'll probably go, well, it'll be sort of raw sienna, burnt umber, maybe a bit of light red and Payne's grey. I'll probably just stick with those, maybe a touch of lemon yellow, a little bit of grass here and there. But for now, it'll just be these colours. A bit of raw sienna, a bit more water, just get a bit of mixing going on the paper. Maybe a bit of light red in there as well. Let's wet that a bit more. Bit of burnt umber, Payne's grey. Just trying to create some sort of atmosphere in the sky. It's always nice when you do wet it fairly well, the way all the colours just drip down. Don't be afraid for the colours to just drip down. You can always work with them, whichever direction they start going. Which, let's be honest, is normally down, to be fair, doesn't want to move under there. Bit of red. Bit of red in there, bit of brown, bit of black. Let's just see what we end up with. I keep going to that blue, but there's hardly anything there. I'm just not picking any up. Nothing at all. Red, black, down there. So like I say, just trying to create some sort of atmosphere, lights and darks, you know, maximum contrast. The more contrast you can get in the painting, the more drama and the more interesting it looks. So let's put a bit of cloud up there. So I'll just see what that looks like. Some sort of cloud on that side. Maybe too much. More red, more brown. Right, that's enough of that. Now we've got some sort of distant hills and mountains and stuff. So paper stretched a little bit, so I'm just going to pull it tight first before I do anything else. It might stretch a bit more after this, but this will do for now. Watch for the pools of water gathering at the bottom of the paper. Just soak them up there with a brush. Oh. And then as the paper starts to dry, it'll go on thicker and thicker and darker and darker. Just experiment and see what you can do. Red, Payne's grey. Right, let's put these hills in. I could dry it and get it. If I dried it, they'd go in a bit stronger. So I'll try it without drying it for now. See how I get on. Because it's wet, they're going to look very soft. Won't be any hard edges. So I'm going to put this on really thick. Try and compensate. Basically, I'll have less water and more paint on the brush to compensate for the water that's already on the paper. See what it looks like first. Does that stand out enough? A bit more over this side. I was thinking put a few clouds up there, just just to lighten that area so you can see the profile of the hills a bit more. Oh no, there's a bother there. Just making sure it's parallel with the bottom of the page. I don't want it sort of sloping one way or the other. Look a bit rubbish. So there's a sort of distant hills in. Next, you can only see a very little bit of water. So what I'm going to do, all those dark colours again, and then see the water only actually comes up to that there. And then the land sort of goes right up to that there. I think at this stage I'm going to have some sort of a quick dry. See, now that's dry, this will go on. Okay, watch how dark this is there. Really dark. Goes off right over there somewhere. Right, now, just over here there's a little cottage. So again, all these dark colours. Yeah, can I make this stand out? So everything's very dark, isn't it? Oh, let's see what it looks like. I don't know whether to sort of scrape this out or put it in like this. I'm just going to see what it looks like. I'll just pop that in. And then just do a little bit of scraping just to try and make it stand out a bit more. And there is another little cottage just the other side. And I'll just scrape a little bit just to see. Make that just stand out a little bit. Scrape the edge of that. Just trying to make it look as if the light's just sort of catching. I'll need another hand for this. Just sort of, I don't know if this will work or not, just catching the top of the roof now. I don't think that's really adding much. Oh, it's just catching the chimney there. And then we've got, oh, that's good. Let's go a bit lighter, bit of raw sienna. A bit lighter still. So I'm trying to preserve some of this light area here down the centre. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to go with yellow. I'm happy with this sort of very limited palette here. It's predominantly Payne's grey, raw sienna, burnt umber and light red. So again, just soaking up this water at the bottom. pull the paper tight. Just refix it with these little clips. And then I'm going to have to give that a quick dry. There's a wall sort of runs along like this. So I'm going to sort of block that in and then just scrape the bit off the top of it, just make it look as if the light is just catching the top. So this goes up and down, and it gets smaller and smaller as it goes further and further away. And then take a card and then obviously far away, not much happening, and there's some bigger rocks there. Just trying to make it look as if the light's sort of catching it. So that's the main. We'll just put a little figure in. Little figure. Just switch into the little brush now. Real dark, sort of silhouette-y look. So imagine those little bloke here just going back to the cottage, and his little dogs following him. Not forgetting shadows. It's just sort of trying to pull some shadows, just coming down from this house. Just a bit of dark there, just to make it look as if the sort of light's coming from there and putting the shadow. We've sort of got this shadow behind the wall. I think all that's left now is little bird in the sky, somewhere like that. And again, just sticking with a little brush. I'm just going to pop my name in the corner. I'm going to call that one finished. So let's see what it looks like with the mount on it. So here's our painting with the mount on. So if we go and have a closer look at it, starting with the sky, and you can see how I've just focused more on getting the tones really than colour. And we've got various mixes of burnt umber, light red, raw sienna and Payne's grey. See, brushing it in from either side, preserving this sort of lighter area down the middle. And then distant hills put in using the same colours all the way across. very little water in the picture, then you can see the sort of where the light sort of catches the water there. You can see I've sort of deliberately put that land in really dark just to maximise the contrast. And so then over on the right hand side we've got a little building. You can see I've sort of scraped it out, little bits of detail with the card, just to sort of try and make it look as if the light's sort of catching the edges here and there. Bit of sort of textured wall there, and then there's our little figure with his dog. Not forgetting, like, there's remember to put in a little shadow coming off the pair of them. And then down here we've got our wall. You can see I've just scraped the top of it just to try and make it look as if the light's just catching it, and then behind it really dark as if it's in shadow. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you like that. Any questions, please ask. Keep practicing, and I'll see you again soon.